Your car and your wardrobe is what's keeping you broke. So what's the main reason for people needing, craving? What's the desperation to wear expensive labeled clothing or drive the latest or the prestigious brand of car? Like, what's wrong with just driving a Ford or a Seat or even a Honda? As long as it's in good shape, it works, it runs properly and that. What's wrong with driving one of them cars? Now, when I ask that question, it's a kind of a rhetorical question, but I'm referring it to average people. I don't expect Drake to be pulling up in a fucking Honda Civic. You lost your mind. Or a Vauxhall. Yeah, I don't expect man with multiple businesses and some serious income to just be driving a Mitsubishi. But if you're on an average wage, you're living on the breadline, you're living paycheck to paycheck, you might be self-employed or you can't take a day off work. Or God forbid you got fired from your job, you're a PAYE employed person. God forbid you got fired from your job. You would need to literally walk into a next job the following day. And you will need to get paid at the same time as well. So obviously if you leave your job, well, when you start a new job, you don't get paid the following month. You have to wait because you get paid 2 weeks, or sorry, you get paid a month late because obviously you're starting off. So I'm not talking, when I ask that question, I'm not referring it to people who are well off. I'm referring it to people who are average, below average to average, as a matter of fact. Why can't they drive a Ford or a Nissan or a Vauxhall or a Honda so long as it's in good condition? Look at me. Yeah, certain people, they feel like they need to drive a Mercedes so that when they go around, look at me, I'm one of the cool people, I'm one of the pack. There's some people, they crave that attention, you know. And I know why. I've experienced it a little bit. So I just got my little Honda Civic and that. And one time, some girl must have scuffed my front bumper or something. So anyway, they gave me, the Vauxhall Insignia as a courtesy car, and I think it was brand new, or at least like 1 or 2 years old. Just a gunmetal grey. Yeah, either you know what the Vauxhall Insignia is or you don't. Nothing special, just a long saloon car. When I was driving around, I was getting 1 or 2 heads turning that I don't experience when I'm driving my Honda and that. And that's just a Vauxhall Insignia. So I did think to myself at the time, like, rah, if heads are turning, now don't get twisted, man, I had a fresh trim as well. Because if I was some fat overweight guy, then no heads will be turning. They'll be turning, but they'll be looking away. They won't be holding no gaze for more than 1, 2, 3 seconds. They'll be looking away in disgust. But I thought to myself, you know what? If I was driving a Mercedes, what would the experience be like then? And there's certain people, they have driven a Mercedes or like an Audi Q7 or something like that. They've experienced that in the past, and now they've got a craving for it. Same thing with the clothes and that. There's some people, in the past, they bought 1 or 2 expensive jackets and that, and now they're hooked on it. There's some people, like, their biggest achievement their biggest accomplishment is having a wardrobe that's worth 15 to 20,000 pounds. And it might only be 4 or 5 pairs of jeans and 6 or 7 jackets and that. Like, blood, if I had a wardrobe that's worth 15,000 pounds, first of all, it wouldn't be a wardrobe, it'd be a walk-in Ross Clark closet. Because if I had a walk-in closet that was worth 15, 16,000 pounds, there would be about 100 pairs of jeans and about 60,000 jackets in there. For some people, going to Zara and wearing Zara clothes is like them driving a Ford. It's too mediocre in that. Like, what is wrong with going to Zara and buying a jacket for 70 to 100 pounds? Because in my head, Don't get it twisted. If you want to buy one £1,000 jacket, if you want to buy one Moncler jacket per year, you treat yourself. Every Christmas you buy one Moncler or whatever intervals, your birthday, let's say. If you want to buy one Gucci jacket or one Moncler or one Canada Goose jacket every year, fine. Knock yourself out. But for some people, it's not just once a year. It might be 3, 4, 5 times a year. Again, they're not on Drake's money. They're not on a high-flying business owner's money. They don't even earn what I earn, $360 a day. They're only on 180 if they're lucky. But yet still they feel like they're entitled to wear these expensive clothes and that. Like, clothes are just supposed to be less than a fraction of your net worth. So for example, sorry, I said net worth instead of salary. But anyway, when you wear clothes and that, the cost of your clothing should just be a fraction of your monthly salary. So for example, you're on 2 grand, 2.5, 3 grand, then you should only really be wearing items of clothing that cost £100 for a jacket, £80 to £100 for a pair of jeans. Because these wages that I've just nominated and said, 2,000, 2,500, 3 grand, these are average salaries and that. So therefore, you should look like an average person. You should not be on an average. See, this is where people get this thing mixed up. This is why people are broke. Because people will be wearing clothes that represent the salary of a rich person. Yeah, that's why they got this thing messed up. You got a man wearing jackets, Moncler, Gucci, Balenciaga, all this kind of nonsense and that. They're representing the salary of someone that could potentially be on £150,000 a year. Think about it. Let's do the maths. So the average person like me, I will buy a jacket that costs £100, maybe £150, all this rascal inflation and that. These men are spending 6 times the amount that the average person should and kind of would spend on a jacket. So therefore, their salary should be at least 5 or 6 times the amount. Yeah, there's people out here who are on 30 grand that wear normal clothes and that. Yeah, £100 for a jacket, cool. But then there's man who will spend 5 times that amount for that jacket, 5 bills, 6 bills and that, on a regular basis, not a one-off, that's cool, on a regular basis, but will still be on 30 grand a year. No, you're spending 5 times the amount on clothes, you should be on 5 times the amount that a normal person, average person would be. It's all relative. You should not drive a fucking C63 Mercedes, but you're still living at your mum's yard. Furthermore, if you shouldn't even have a Mercedes and you're still living at your mum's yard. If you live in a council house, you shouldn't be driving no Mercedes. You should be saving up your bread and trying to buy your own property. It's all relative. How are you driving a top BMW or a top Audi RS7? Some expensive cars. But then your youths is struggling. Your youths are average. Your youths are meaty in school. No, get rid of the fucking car, blood, and put your youths through some private tuition after school. 2-3 times a month, 2-3 times a week after school. Your youth should be getting private tuition in there. See, these parents, they don't give a fuck about their kids. They don't care. All it is a tick box exercise for them. Oh, I'll give them the essentials. You got kids living like they're in fucking jail on basic mode. Yeah, as long as there's a roof over their head, they get 3 meals a day and they got some clothes that don't look too raggedy, that's cool. You got parents looking like they're fucking rich, but their kids are looking dusty. How the fuck does that work? It's all relative, all in moderation. There's a man that used to have a Ferrari in Edmonton. Why do you drive a Ferrari and you live in Edmonton, blood? If you can own a Ferrari, shouldn't you be living in Loughton, blood? If you can own a Ferrari, why are you not getting your kids private tuition or private school education? It's all relative. You're driving a C63 Mercedes, but then you're living in a terraced house. You got council mad, some crazy ass neighbours next door, blood. Get rid of the fucking car, move to a nicer area. All in moderation. Man's stats is up here, like, you get me? Like, it's all over the place. Nice car, nice clothes, shit house, kids are in low education, kids are doing shit in school. No, everything's supposed to be at the top. Everything's supposed to be in moderation, blood. To find a balance, blood. Literally, some people will feel a way that they're driving a Vauxhall or something like that. But they're on average salaries. A Vauxhall, a Ford, a Seat, Honda, these are average cars. If you're earning an average salary, you are average. Unless you're doing stuff on the side, obviously. So why can't you just represent what you are? Why do you need to, look at me, I'm one of the cool people. People literally breaking their back, but breaking their wallet, breaking their bank, just to keep up with other people that they don't know, that don't give a damn about them. Do you know the main reason why people want to wear nice clothes and wear expensive clothes and drive nice cars and that, and wear all these nice watches and that, expensive 30, 40, 50 grand watches and that? Do you know why they want to do it? Do you know why they do it? It's to show off to the world. Do you know why? Because no one sees where you live. How many hundreds of thousands of people did you walk past today? You don't see where none of them live. But you can, I was going to say, you can gauge their net worth or their salary, and that you can't really, because people are fake. See, anyone that wears expensive clothes all the time, they're a fake person. Of course they are. They're trying to give out a false representation. Why are you wearing Balenciaga trainers that cost £800,000-900,000, but you're on an average salary? You're broke. You're living on the breadline. God forbid you get fired from your job. God forbid the transmission goes out on your car. You're putting out a false representation. You're trying to look rich, but you're broke. Man are trying to live a champagne lifestyle on a lemonade budget. Yeah, Drake and them man there. Business owners who are high flyers and that. Yeah, all of them people, they should be the ones that are driving the Bentleys and the expensive Mercedes and that, and wearing the Moncler and Gucci glasses, Gucci sunglasses that are worth £900 and that. Not the average guy who, that's the thing, yeah, you see these people drippy, you get me, Moncler, all of this, nice car, all of this, nice watch, all of this, and then you go to their house and they're on basic mode. Like, so you can afford all these good clothes and all these good cars and all these good watches and that, but then you got shit branded fucking appliances in your house. Yeah? You got a washing machine that's on its fucking way out. These are the parts, these are the people, trust me, I go to tenants' houses and I see this, not all the time, because most people just keep it real, innit? But every now and then, I will come across some tenants and they're drippy. I can just tell. Like, I went to one girl's house one time, she's just walking around in a Balenciaga t-shirt, and I see the Balmain sliders and that. But there's holes in her walls, in her yard. How does that make sense? Her carpet is dirty. If my house wasn't, I'm not saying my house is tiny, but what I'm saying is, you know if someone is quite rich by the size of their house. And my house is a normal size 3-bed house. But if my house was bigger than that, and the condition that I keep it in, keep it spotless, keep it clean, you know, could come in and eat the food off my floor, you would think I was fucking rich. Just by the way I keep my house, maintain my house and that. These people, when you go to their yard, you know deep down they're poor. You could just tell the carpet is dirty and that. The place is rough. I was saying to my girl the other day, like, gal are just the fakest. Obviously, she had something to say about it, but I was saying, gal are the fakest eye. Because basically, she commented because she said something along the lines of, yeah, but men do it too. So basically, I must have said that women, they they will show everyone the good parts of their holidays or whatever, innit? Taking all these pictures in these different places and that. But they won't show you that, you know, there's like 5 of them in a 2-person bedroom and that. You got 3 of them in a bed, 1 of them on the floor, and then 1 of them in a bathtub and that. And she's like, yeah, but men do that as well. And yeah, there are some men that do that, but I was talking about gyal. But I'm saying gyal are so fake. Like, I've been to tenants' houses and you see them and you know, if this girl was to scrub up and that, she'll be looking nice. But if you see the yard, I went to one girl's house the other day. I went to open up one of the bedroom doors to go in there to do a test on some of the sockets and that, and I pulled the handle out of the door. I'm in her kitchen and the kitchen cupboard are hanging off. I'm having to go and repair bare broken sockets and that. There's no light bulbs in the lights. I've been to girls' yards before. Nice thing, you know. But she's sleeping on a dirty mattress on the floor. The kitchen is mad. The girl asks, do you want a drink? Hell no. Hell no. It's the same thing with these people that wear all these nice clothes, drive these cars, have the audacity to put on all these expensive watches and that. Same thing. Like I said it in previous video, I'm going to say it again. There's man that are right-handed drivers. You know, if they was going to drive with their right hand or their only hand, if they was going to drive one-handed, they would drive with their right hand. But what they're doing is they're driving with their left hand and holding their camera in their right hand to film their watch, because their watch is on their left hand. You see, most people will just feel, oh yeah, they're just filming themselves, just driving about. Yeah, they happen to be wearing a Breitling or an AP on that day, though, innit? Because, see, you know what's funny, yeah? Do you know what? I challenge those same people that wear the Balenciaga tracksuits, the Moncler jackets, the fucking, Balmain jeans, fucking all these expensive trainers and that, all these watches and jewelry and that, these Mercedes. I challenge those same people that take pics and all these clothes and that. Tell them to take pictures of their house. Tell them to take pictures of their fucking dirty bathroom. They won't do it. Because they know they're living life on basic mode. Anyway, your car and your clothes, your wardrobe is keeping you broke. Why do you care about other people's validation that much? These people that you pass in the street, they don't give a damn about you. And someone should be your friend regardless of how, I mean, you don't want to be friends with a tramp, obviously, innit? But as long as the person looks normal, why do you care how good this person dresses? Like, I know, man, there's a certain set of men that I know, they will only want to hang around with certain men if they're drippy as well. So they're on the borderline of being like them drippy youths and that. You can't flex with them unless you're drippy. I guarantee, or you can't flex with them. Furthermore, you can't flex with them unless you're driving a nice car and that. So me, I couldn't flex with them and that because I drive a Honda and that. But make me start driving a Mercedes and that. You know, them cars is cold, you get me? Black on black, or you get me some nice, you get me? Oh yeah, come out, yeah, Jay, yeah. Oh, them man, they remember, man, you know. But what, Honda? Who's Jay? Who's Jelani? We don't know you. Forget all them fake people there, man. Stay wise, done.